typical beer in a bar was at the brewery. I had a Magic Hat number 9.
Nice, that's a good classic.
Things have migrated.
I won't tell you what my first beer in a bar was when I was 21. I'm a little older, and they don't make it anymore, and it's clear.
Zima.
That was it.
It made a comeback.
I think it made a little comeback.
So, I've always been into craft beer. I seek it out whenever I travel. I go to craft breweries. I travel for beer. I got a ticket to Super Bowl 50 by a college roommate who works for NFL Network, and it was in San Francisco. I went to Napa I'm a beverage enthusiast, so I like good tea, I like good wine, good cocktails, good coffee, whatever.
Yeah.
But I went to Napa early in the week, did all the Super Bowl parties, but early on in that trip I discovered a kombucha that I liked and I couldn't get it back here. So the following New Year's, I decided I wanted to make my own kombucha because I couldn't find anything. And then that grew into turning my whole basement apartment into a kombucha factory. So I had 12 one-barrel fermenters, 2 two-barrel fermenters, a brew house, storage, everything. And we did that for 5 years until we opened up here. Along the way, I met Paulo, our brewer. He was a Rotary Exchange student from Brazil. He was at Bald Eagle High School, and every summer he would come back to visit his family, his host family. And we met along the way. He brewed on my system, which is what he's currently brewing on. I was very impressed by it, and I was like, here's the racehorse I want to ride. So we moved out of my basement into here, and for almost for 2 years now we've been doing it. We opened to the public on April 20th, which is when we got our license.
So your kombucha business, that was
in my basement.
That was the basement.
Yeah.
You worked. So you worked. Here's all when you started brewing beer.
We started brewing beer here.
Okay.
And then we've since started brewing hard kombucha as well.
Okay.
But so we'll turn 2 in a couple weeks.
And what are your big styles that you kind of focus on? Is it everything? I know you do a lot of the hazy IPAs.
Yeah, I think we're best known for our hazies and stouts, but if anybody that does them well is known for that because that's what's popular.
Yeah.
I think he does great lagers. I think we get a lot of respect for our lagers, which is kind of strange.
Yeah.
Everybody wants hazies.
Right. And is there if you would have a flagship?
We don't.
You don't?
No, we don't. We're constantly rotating our beers. As a small brewer, it would be really hard to maintain consistent taps. At the same time, our brewer has a lot of fun with innovation. I like innovation and having different things on tap all the time. So we're of a similar mindset of keep our taps rotating.
Okay. So you're 2 years in. What sort of growth?
We need to grow.
Yeah.
We need to grow. We're actively looking for space. We need a better beer system, a better brewing system. We're really using about as upscale of a homebrew system as you can get, but it's not quite commercial.
And where are you at right now? What's your production?
We're probably at around 200 barrels a year, 250.
Okay.
We're doing that 1 barrel at a time.
Yeah.
So we'd like to get to a 10 or 15 barrel system where we can brew, the equivalent of that in about 10 brew days.
Trying to think, you guys, another part of the business is cheesesteaks, right?
Yeah.
You're doing it, so obviously when you're drinking you need some food,
and
that's kind of what you're offering up here. Kind of see how did that come about?
We thought having neighboring businesses with food would be enough, but we'd see a lot of people walk out when we told them, oh yeah, you can go next door, you can go directly across the street.
Yeah.
We have some really nice restaurants around us, from Kita Cabana to Tasty K to Yummy Cafe and Pokey Fresh, and they're all doing interesting things that are different. It didn't quite suffice, and a buddy and I split a Wagyu when the Eagles were in the Super Bowl. I'm from right outside of Philly. I was like, "Hey, bud, we're gonna do some Wagyu cheesesteaks for the game," with the intention of, if it's easy, if it works well, this is gonna be our outdoor food option. So we've opened that up on the patio. It's gone really well. It's grown tremendously. When we can move production out of here, we'll put cheesesteaks in the kitchen, have a proper kitchen, be open, add more seating, all that kind of stuff.
So obviously, I mean, I've been at State College for 3 years,
Yep.
and I've kind of seen some good growth in craft beer recently. Do you think there is still room for some? Do you think there is room for growth? Are you seeing any?
I'd like to see more. I think if it were paced well, that would be ideal. Every time a new brewery opens up, it's going to take a bite out of somebody,
Yeah.
out of everybody for a little while.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, we could, in the long term, use a lot more craft breweries to make this a beer destination for people. Do I want to see 5 open next year? Absolutely not. You know, if we could be on one every year to every other year, I think that would be a really good thing in terms of building a craft beer community.
Well, you're doing a big part of it by opening this place up here downtown. So where can people find you, just so people know where you are located in State College?
Yeah, so we're on Calder Way in the old movie theater building, which is both between Heister and Locust.
Okay. See, I didn't even know that this was a movie theater.
Yeah, this space was the screen was right there.
Okay.
They would enter in through that back hallway. So yeah, it was
That
a
clearly
movie
didn't go to
theater.
Penn State.
I wasn't here when, and that
Okay.
was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't here when there was a movie theater either.
Yeah. Very cool. Awesome. Well, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Here.